refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Let him cook. Let him cook now.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We got a great episode for y'all today. I mean, we got a full panel today, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, matter of fact. Full panel today. You know, we got a lot of news coming at y'all. You know, NFL free agency / trades are going on. You know, we got Davey Dollars in the middle, Dave Shefty giving us all the news in these chats. That's why you got to become a member. And all three of our teams made some moves today. You know, some made more, bigger moves than others. Some addressed the defense, some addressed the offense. You know, some people in our chat even lost some guys with the S at the end. You know, so it's a lot going on. And then we got stuff brewing in the NBA. Jason Tatum is back, and they're on a 2-game winning streak. While the number 1 seed, they lost in the Nets. That's all you got to know. They lost in the Nets. All right.
And lost to us too.
My bad, Tyler Hero. And one minute the fast break. My bad. But yeah, hey, Dave, that Miami Heat and Hornets game was a playoff game. It was lit. I watched the whole game.
Tyler Hero, 33.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Look at the boys.
He went crazy. You know, so
must be nice.
By the way, I told Vaughn that Miami will beat the Hornets in the play-in if they play. I told Vaughn that. He said he got them beating Miami. So it's on record. But and Michael Jordan has some comments on the GOAT debate, so we're going to address that. You know, it might not be too long because we all agree who the GOAT is, you know. But I got two of my bros with me.
Two of us agree. We know the other one doesn't.
I think we all. I think all of us agree in our deepest hearts. You know what I mean? So
in the 90s.
You know, in the middle, like I said, we got Davey Dollars, you know, king of the doghouse. He had an episode drop last Wednesday. Got one dropping this week also. Make sure you got to tune into that. I'm pretty sure he's throwing some people in the doghouse. Make sure y'all definitely watch. And some people going to be in the yard like always. And then on my far left, but your far right, we got Mr. Your Done Son, co-host of In the Red Corner. They just dropped the episode yesterday. So make sure y'all check that one out. But fellas, y'all looking pretty excited. Y'all got some new additions. And I ain't talking about the dancing group. How y'all doing?
Hey, it feel like we in the dancing group though, because you still behind me. You still behind me. We haven't had a wide receiver like this in a very long time. So I understand it's in the later years. That's funny.
I know he ain't say what he just said.
Funny. That's funny. Hey, look, he free now. You want him? You can have him.
I think we gonna have him though. I think we are. Hey, I'm cool with it.
Hey, have him.
We need to crash out.
As you want. We don't care. We don't care.
Hey, they changed your franchise. That's all I'm gonna say, Joe. They changed your franchise. That's all I'm gonna say.
There you go. Hey, all I know is I'm happy to be here with my guys. I'm happy to talk sports, man. My phone is still buzzing, so there's still more news going on in the NFL. So I will keep updating you guys while we're doing the show. How y'all do today?
Hey, real quick, time out. Hey, B1 Trucker. We appreciate you, but we got Dave Shefty in the middle. He got us up. He got us. We appreciate the update. We appreciate it though, but we got it though. We appreciate
got
it.
all of that already, my guy.
We appreciate you.
I'm gonna say honestly,
You
gotta
I
drop
got
a
one
little
over
bit more.
there.
wait.
So you gotta drop a little bit more. They went offense and defense. They spending that money. They got Max up out of there. But hey, I'm gonna keep it simple, man. How I'm feeling? A few years ago, he said all in. Last year we had to worry about a franchise tag, and now I'm just like, how about them Cowboys? They spending money on day one. I ain't never seen Jerry act like this. But other than that, I still want to see how it all plays out. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Joe, how you?
Hey man, I'm liking the comments so far. You know what I mean? Not all of them, but some of them. It's like they lit the comments.
Hey, that's my man right there.
We'll get straight to business. You know what I mean? But they go talk to him, man. It's Monday.
You're right. It is Monday. 49 signed Mike Evans. Cowboys made some moves as well. They signed a good safety. Commanders over there doing business.
Oh, okay. Let's say we did something.
Look, I got you. They got Lambo Anlo back in the building, so they don't got to worry about that left tackle position. This solidified.
They held him up.
Trent
Williams ain't going to Washington. I mean, you just signed Larry Tunsil. Come on.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Sense. We won't need no more old people. We good.
We'll keep them over here. This is all
y'all should though. Y'all definitely should keep them.
But y'all know what we do on this show.
What we do?
We turn up.
Turn me up.
And my baby girl turned 8 months today. So
shout out to her.
Let's get it, y'all.
She have the kids here. You know what I mean?
Jody, do your thing.
Look, y'all, we are streaming this on 4 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch. But we want y'all to migrate to YouTube if you can, or you can watch it wherever you're watching that. But make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel because all of our content comes to YouTube. Some comes to every other places, but most of it comes to YouTube. All right, and make sure you like the video on whatever platform you're watching this on. Follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us almost everywhere at Refuse to Lose Sports, but on X and Twitch at R2L Sports, and share this episode with somebody, because they could come on and watch this show live with you and be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a comment-heavy episode because everybody excited because it's free agency. Your team signs somebody, then you're going to win the Super Bowl. That's how people feel, right? So shout out to Blaze being the first comment. Let's go with the fire emoji. I'm surprised he didn't say the 49ers windows close.
Keep going to the comments.
Don't worry, keep going through.
Keep going to the comments.
B1 Trucker, we appreciate you, but we got Dave Shefty. Hey, sports guy, we here. We here. Eagles suck. You're right. Cowboys. That's next. Right.
Look. You see, Joe, he was excited. He tried to find a way to calm down.
Cowboys are winning the division. Okay. Hey, it's possible the division gonna be lit this year. 49ers are cooked, bro. Woo, you getting shots fired to you, Dave. We don't.
He a Cowboy fan. I expected it. They can't beat us, so they got to take shots.
Bears got Kobe Bryant out from the Seahawks. I'm too lit. Oh, you must be a Bears fan. Shout out to you. Appreciate you for being here, Trent.
I told you.
Trent see the window closing. He trying to jump out. Chill. Last but not least, man. Y'all see we having fun. Enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
Before you go, Tomo, I got to make a comment on that, Trent.
Go ahead.
Because apparently the Eagles went to close because Reed Blankenship gone, Nakobe Dean gone, AJ Brown won out, Jalen Carter might get traded. So I don't know. You might need to worry about your window closing, my guy. Ooh. Especially after you lost to us at home in the playoffs. So, Tomo, floor is yours.
Man, I don't know how to follow up with that one outside of the Ravens is going through it. Well, they was. Now they turned up because, they had to make a late night phone call after seeing that the Cowboys was trying to get a certain player. But this pass rusher said, I'm no longer in Vegas, and now I'm going to go hang out with the dummies and the yos. Maxx Crosby shifted did he shift it? Because technically, some of the best pass rushers was already in the AFC North. He seemed like he just added to the trilogy unless you play for the Bengals. I feel bad for you. But now you have a division where you have Maxx Crosby, TJ, and Myles Garrett. Two who are going back and forth with Defensive Player of the Year, unless your name is Bosa, but we're talking about the AFC right now. They trade 2 first-round picks, a 2026 and a 2027 first-round pick to get Maxx Crosby And fellas, I mean, of course, Dallas was in the running for it, but then it seemed like the Bears had jumped in. It was a little sprinkle of Philly probably trying to get them as well. But hearing that this deal was done by the Ravens, Davey Schefter, who was your first take on this one?
Well, for one, I was shocked that the Ravens made a trade like this. This is not what the Ravens do. They don't trade picks for players, especially first round picks. This is the biggest deal that the Ravens have made in their history, honestly, by trading 2 first round picks for a perennial defensive player in Maxx Crosby. Now, this bolsters their defense because they needed help in the defensive line, especially on the edge, because it seems like it was almost non-existent last year. They didn't get to the quarterback that much last year, and Maxx Crosby definitely helps in that regard. Another thing is he also helps in the run defense as well. You know, Maxx Crosby is the only defensive player in the NFL. I do make jokes about PFF, but this is something that is very important. He's the only guy that has a 90 grade in PFF for run defense and pass defense.
Woo.
So the guy makes impact no matter where you need him on the defensive side of the ball. So this is a huge, huge trade. And honestly, I mean, the Ravens always pick in the late 20s anyway, so it's not like they are going to miss those picks anyway. The thing is now, what are they going to do at receiver and at center? Because they did just lose Tyler Linderbaum, and they need another wide receiver alongside of Zay Flowers. I know they have Rashad Bateman, but I'm hearing that Rashad Bateman might be gone. I'm not sure if he's going to be traded or signed somewhere else, but I'm hearing that it's possible. But having Maxx Crosby helps out a lot, and maybe they might actually get a turnover in the playoffs now because they haven't had that in a while in Baltimore since Lamar Jackson has been the quarterback. So this definitely helps them out tremendously.
Joe?
I love it for the Ravens. I love it. Now, I wasn't surprised they did this because they didn't win now mode. Shout out to Jesse Mentor, their new head coach. He been getting interviewed since, all the coaches being at the combine, he was getting interviewed, and he welcomed the pressure. He said he wanted the fans to have the highest expectations as possible this year, which I like. And when he said that, I'm like, oh yeah, they never want to go win the Super Bowl. That's why they got a new coach, because they feel like they have a Super Bowl roster and they had to make a change, and it was a head coach, and they feel like they're going to win this year, especially when you got Lamar Jackson as your quarterback. If you look at the defensive roster before they got Maxx Crosby, on paper, they're solid. They got players. Kyle Hamilton, who was a defensive player candidate every single year. Nate Wiggins, solid cornerback. Marlon Humphrey, come on now, as long as we're not doing this podcast. Roquan Smith, Malachi Starks, who can be, unlocked next year. So they got a lot of guys on the defense side of the ball, and you add Maxx Crosby. Now, how this will help the Ravens defense, because we all know when Lamar's healthy, the offense top notch. That's what it was last year, and the defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. So we're not worrying about the offense. I get it there. You say you want to get the receiver. That's a premium. I don't think they actually need one to win a Super Bowl, but if they get one, just be careful. All right? Now, on the defensive side of the ball, though, last year, 3rd worst in passing yards allowed. Now, you know what contributes to helping the pass game? How about getting to the quarterback? Getting somebody like a Maxx Crosby. And they gave up 2 first-round picks, which is a lot, obviously, but they didn't swap out no players, so they stuck out their squad, so they just added Maxx Crosby to the mix. And they were fourth worst last year in sacks. Maxx Crosby gonna change that. Look at Maxx Crosby last few years. Last year he had 10 sacks. And don't forget, they set him early, and he was mad. He could have played the last few games, but he had 10 sacks. He also had a pick too. That's crazy. He had 7.5 the year before, but 14.5 before that, 12.5 before that. Now, people are worried because he's 29 years old. He coming off of a knee injury. So a lot of people are like, he's an aging DN. It's risky. 2 first-round picks, and they first-round pick this year is like 14, I think. They got the 14 pick this year because they didn't make the playoffs. 14 pick this year. So if I'm the Ravens, I love it. And lastly, Maxx Crosby, come on now. I mean, he is a Raven. Like Carl said in the chat, he's a Raven. He's a Raider too. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he looked like a pirate, but he's a Raven. You know what I mean? So So I definitely see he fits the culture in Ravens culture. So I do like it. And also, this is the first time in history they gave up 2 first-round picks for a player.
I think it was like 30 years or something like that.
I mean,
A lot's happening in 30 years, Yeah, I shouldn't be the one to say it, but I had to throw it out there,
As long as
Sometimes, yeah, being a Cowboy fan, you know what I mean? Like, history anyway. Outside of that, hearing that Maxx Crosby went for these 2 first-round picks when you hear about the deal that was on the table from the Cowboys, where it was a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a player, then you hear that the Ravens gave up 2 first-round picks, and you're like, well, if the idea is for the Ravens to make it to the Super Bowl, then wouldn't these just be early second-round picks anyway? So I was a little scorned by that one, but then also I sat back and said, you know what? I can't be too upset because I wasn't really amped for the Maxx Crosby to Dallas trade anyway. So I looked at it and said, well, what can the Ravens do with this one? That just adds, like you all was saying, to that defense. They already was known for having some of the greatest linebackers come through there, and also known for having some of the best pass rushers come through there. Well, what do you say? What is it? Terrell Suggs? What university was that?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let the Ravens fans answer that one.
Oh, not here.
Yeah, I'll let the Ravens fans answer that one. But again, I'm more so happy for Maxx too, because he was stuck in a dead end situation, right? Where he was the best player on the team, but the Raiders weren't doing things to try to make the team better. Like last year, they brought in a head coach that they knew they weren't going to keep. They drafted a running back and then a quarterback. They signed Geno Smith, knowing that Geno Smith wasn't the quarterback for the future. It was just so many things that they thought they were doing right, but technically it wasn't the right thing for them. So hold on, Dave. You got some more news? What you got there?
Yeah, Rico Dowdle just signed with the Steelers.
Okay, they got Pittman and Dowdle.
And he back with Mike McCarthy.
Who the quarterback?
Go ahead. Hold on.
I guess Aaron
Max,
Rodgers
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yeah,
Max, hold on
one
quick.
I think A-Rod's going back.
Hold on, Thomas. Hold your thoughts, and we could talk. We could talk about that real quick afterwards. So we can separate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to, because I got something to say about Rico going back with Mike McCarthy. You know what I mean? But yeah. But back to Max though, being that pass rusher, what the 2 picks signified to me was Ravens are saying, Lamar, this is the time. Like, we no longer have the head coach, so that if some people wanted to say that was the excuse for him not winning, that's not here anymore. We don't went out and spent 2 first-round picks. Now it's time to actually go get it all. Now, some people, he can respond back and say, well, you let my center walk out the door, but it's only the first day of free agency, so things can still come into play there. But they're also giving him what I think another team is giving a few quarterbacks now. No, not quarterback. I'm thinking more so CJ. Hey, we going all in. There's no more excuses. It's time to go win it. So, Max, happy for you. Ravens, happy for you as well. We'll love to see how it plans out. The one person that really just needs like some Bengay, maybe some icy hot, or maybe he say, you know what, I might not even play next year.
I do want to respond to this comment real
Bengals.
quick.
Go ahead.
Getting Max was cool for the Ravens, but it's just like the Micah Parsons situation. If he gets hurt, the whole defense cooked. I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I can't
wholeheartedly.
Because
I disagree with that.
We can't look at that defense last year and say, "Oh, they trash." It was clearly the scheme. Like second half of the year, they kind of got better. That's how it was. Exactly what happened the year before that. It was trash, and then they picked up the second half. They got Jesse Minter, who's a defensive minded head coach from the Chargers, whatever. So he will. I feel like he will change that. And if the Cowboys would have traded for him, you could say that about the Cowboys. See, the Michael Parsons, when they traded the Packers, they got rid of another. They had to give up a player. The Ravens ain't giving no player. They still got their regular team, and you just add Maxx Crosby to the mix.
Mm-hmm.
So he's an addition. He wasn't. It wasn't had to subtract nobody.
Nope.
And Max is a better player.
And that's why Micah better getting at the quarterback though. But that's why I think
he's not setting the edge though.
I mean, getting at the
you telling me Max can get at the quarterback and set the edge?
You're right. That's why I specifically said quarterback.
And he could do a podcast. I'm just saying he could do all 3.
I know he could chill like this and do this podcast, but my whole thing is that's why it was good that the Ravens did it, because I feel like they could be a good defense without Maxx Crosby. But if the Cowboys would have did it, then we can look at the Cowboys as constructed and say, okay, if they best player get hurt, then it's like, okay, or even us, or it's definitely not, even with Maxx Crosby, you probably still be trash. But you know, yeah, I get what I'm saying. So I think Ravens were the perfect. I mean, we got a new DC, so I don't know. I'm feeling a little happy. You know, I'm feeling a little good right now.
Scheme wise, that's why I say I don't know.
It's all
I
about
get what
scheme.
you're saying though. But let me before I know you want to answer that comment. Let me talk about this. Hey Rico, let me holler at you for a second, bro. You was mad at the Cowboys because they didn't use you as a starting running back when you were there. That's why you left to go to the Panthers. Did you forget who the head coach was / offensive coordinator? The same guy that you wanted to go sign with the Steelers. Like Mike McCarthy was the reason you wasn't the starter. So I don't understand that.
You know what's funny? When you said Rico Dowdle, I didn't. I thought about bro from the Packers, receiver.
Romeo Dobbs.
Romeo Dobbs.
Oh,
They got Pittman and Dowdle. I'm like, what's going on? Who the quarterback?
I was wondering why you said that. All right, that makes sense. I'm like,
I was wondering too. I was like,
all right, that makes sense.
Okay, the Jets signed former Giant safety Dane Belton. 1 year, $6 million.
Oh yeah, the Giants got Isaiah Likely too. It's crazy.
And the Jaguars.
Hold up, what?
Right? Don't they got Isaiah Likely?
I thought Likely's with the Giants.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh nah, bro.
Yeah. You ain't know that.
They trying to get good, bro. I left, bro. It was a long day.
Someone said,
long day, bro.
Yeah, the most active teams today has been the Titans, the Giants, and the Raiders.
Hey, me and AJ got
all
like,
bad teams
and the
too,
Jets,
man.
And the Jets. Those four teams have all been very active today.
I knew the NFL was going to get smart at some point, man. Sheesh,
they trying to get good. Talking like that.
You see that, Joe? I'm cool with the big three. Now you talking about the Giants trying to get better? Like, come on,
year
bro.
that we going on, y'all trying to be good now.
Hey, like, what is wrong with y'all?
And the Jaguars.
And Likely's nice.
Jaguars released veteran tight end Johnny Dunt.
Johnny
Muntz. Sorry.
Yeah, he maxed their quarterback energy too. Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, and then you got Scatterboo. Okay, we'll see what happens, man. Hey, look. Hey, would you say long as I got JD5?
I ain't worried. I mean, I got to see that. I mean, I got confidence in my organization. We're gonna build something this year.
Joe, if you talking to me, well, we about to talk about the Cowboys right now. Like I said, Dak done seen the Giants go through 9 head coaches, defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators. He done seen everything with the Giants. So all you just gotta go out there and do is ball. But on the opposite side of the football, that's where the issues were this year, with the Dallas Cowboys being one of the worst defenses in the league. I know what you said about the Ravens, and then I also make sense about what you were saying about Maxx Crosby, because again, you add Max, and then it's just like, well, what else? Well, what's next? And then Jerry dropped another quote during the combine where he said he was going to bust the budget. And he started restructuring money, and it seems like everyone was like, okay, well, here come day one. And before 10 o'clock, I don't know where he at or the time frame it was, but Jerry said, you know what, we're going to call Green Bay back, and we're going to pair him with his old buddy, hey, Kenny. We got Rashan Gary for you. And then we send the Packers a 2027 4th-round pick. Now, a lot of people are starting to say, well, Rashan Gary ain't this, Rashan Gary ain't that. And I'm also looking at it like, well, one of his best seasons, he was paired with Kenny Clark. They said, well, Rashan Gary or Kenny Clark can't really get to the quarterback unless you got a pass rusher. But some people forget, now we have, going from a team that didn't have any defensive tackles to trying to plug in defensive tackles left and right. We now have some of the most notable defensive tackles in the league, like starting with Quentin Williams. People forget that Quentin Williams is a Dallas Cowboy for some reason. Every time they talk about our defense, they go straight to, y'all don't have Micah, but we still got Quentin. So it takes for them to go get another linebacker and things like that. But my real reaction to this trade is just like, I guess the Packers and Cowboys have this loving relationship ever since we sent them Michael Parsons. Because if Quay Walker didn't sign with the Raiders, and I heard they were literally on a Zoom call with his agent before he said, I want to go to the Raiders. Well, we really was going to have Quay Walker, Rashan Gary, Kenny Clark, and some picks, all for Michael Parsons. Now, the only thing that's left is, what are you going to do with George Pickens and see how else the rest of the actual free agency flow rolls out. But for me right now, I think this was a good move, and we'll see how the rest of the team builds out. I'll start with you. Well, Dave went first.
I can go.
No. Actually, we're gonna let Dave go because Dave gotta go first on the next one.
Okay.
Because that's his team. I should have let you went first earlier. So you're right.
I mean,
save my man some time.
It's definitely a good move. Getting Rashad Gary. Pairing him up with Quentin Williams on that defensive side definitely helps them a lot more. I think they still have some other things they got to fix on the defense for it to be a really good defense. But they're starting from what it looks like right now. It's like they're starting to make some moves to make the defense a little bit better than what it has been in the last few years. And I think a full offseason with Rashad Gary and Quentin Williams is going to help the defense a lot more. Because I mean, you got Quentin Williams in the middle of the season last year, so it was it was a little different. It's a little different, but now it makes a lot more sense. So full off season, it should be good for the Cowboys.
You also got Jaden Thompson too, safety from the Cardinals.
Yeah, safety from Cardinals. So you got safety help as well. So
okay, so I like the move. Is it like a Maxx Crosby move? Nah, but it's a good addition to what y'all trying to build. So I wouldn't go crazy, but as a Cowboy fan, I see why you can be excited. Because like you said, Tomo, you don't really see this all day on the first day. Y'all first try to get Maxx Crosby. Y'all try to get him. And Rashad Gary put a little post out before Lamar put his post out. Because Lamar put a post out saying like he was shocked because he knew about the trade early in the day. But Rashad Gary put a post out days ago about, I'm sorry, like his goodbye message to the Packers, and then he deleted and said I was hacked. Come on, bro. And then days later you get traded. He knew y'all basically had this in the bag days ago. It just probably had to wait for the process and stuff like that. So, like you said, Tombo, Rashad Gary being added to Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, and stuff like that, that helps. Now, who's on the other side is Overshow? What is that?
You talking about linebackers?
Yeah.
Right now we got Overshow.
No, Rashad Gary's in the middle, huh?
You talking about Rashan Gary?
No, Rashad Gary, he's an inside linebacker, right?
Well, if we we all going to a 3-4, so he will be an inside linebacker who sometimes they worry will play on the outside, depending upon the scheme. But yeah, too, right? Nah, Clowney a free agent.
A free agent? Okay, cool. Yeah, so I mean, so okay, it's a good move. Kind of like what we did. It's a good move. It's not like
I like that move though.
I like it too. I like it too. So get that man $25 million a year though, but I like it.
Huh?
Why are the Cowboys trolling Gary?
You gotta update me on that one. I don't know what you're talking about. I know a lot of people are happy, some people are upset. I mean, it's a fan base. Everybody not gonna be happy with the move.
It's good because y'all give up a fourth for him. Okay.
Next year fourth.
And next year fourth. And like you said, which if y'all plan on doing something big this year, that fourth will be further down, even more like a fifth, right? I mean, I'm just saying. But like the best thing about this move is that y'all made the move. To me, the fact that y'all made the move is showing signs that Jerry not playing this year. He said y'all gonna spend the most money y'all ever spent. So him starting up like this, making trades, not signing. He made a trade. He gave away capital. You know how much Jerry love his draft picks. He love them draft picks.
He love money more because he sure ain't paying for no free agents.
Well, not right now.
Granted, I mean the free agent, the safety that we signed, he hasn't spent this. I think he spent that same amount on like Greg Hardy at one point. But again, when it comes to free agencies versus draft picks, he valued the money a little bit more. It's not like they don't like it. It's just a couple questions from fans. Oh, all right. Well, they always want to have questions. He played for the Packers, bro. Cowboy fans don't like the Packers. Just remember that.
You got to pair him up with somebody else.
Skip don't like nothing until it's good. Skip didn't like George Pickens. Now he talking about George Pickens don't need to leave. Like, you can't please him.
He didn't like George Pickens? Dang.
Sound like, I mean, everybody had the same with him coming from the Steelers, like he gonna ruin the locker room, this, that, and the third, and then boom, he get in the locker room. Now everybody love George Pickens. Everybody want George Pickens all of a sudden. I feel like Vaughn now. Now everybody now Pickens is this. He was nothing when he was with the Steelers, but now he's something. I don't get it. I don't get it.
He was going out all that day.
Man.
Giants signed someone else from the Ravens just now.
The defensive tackle?
Safety Darius Washington.
Hey, you just trying to steal all his ex-players.
What he doing?
What he doing? Bro, whoever don't go over there. Yeah. That's how you know who don't like him, who is a free agent and don't go with him. Well, Dave, I know you down there. You got some news going, and this one here, man, kind of shocked a lot of people when the Buccaneers were doing the right thing by him. They were just saying, you know what, we're not gonna franchise tag him. We're just gonna let him go out.
Hey, we didn't trade for Mike Evans.
Oh, y'all signed him. My bad.
We trade for him. We ain't gonna lie. We signed him.
Oh, I was about to say I said that. I'm like, when I say that? Oh, wow. Yeah. I looked down. I'm like, oh, what's going on? So I mean,
big dog.
It's been a while since Mike. I mean, the first time Mike Evans was talking about being a free agent, most people were thinking where he was going. I remember we did a topic on the show saying where he should go, and then he ended up staying in Tampa. Now it seems like he said, I'm gonna stay in the NFC, but from Tampa Bay to the Bay is where Mike Evans is going. So Dave, well, Mike Evans agreed after 12 seasons to sign with the San Francisco 49ers. I know Jerry Rice was excited. I know your quarterback was definitely excited. I know Brandon Ayuk agent was like, wait, what? But outside of that, how are you feeling?
His agent should have expected BA does not be anymore. So,
no, I'm saying the fact that y'all upgraded. Some people would say y'all upgraded at that position.
That's we did. He said what?
That is an upgrade. I mean, anyone who thinks BA is better than Mike Evans, you are on drugs, and you need to leave him alone. Because Brandon Ayuk, although he is a good wide receiver and a really good route runner, and he when he was available, he did play well for us, except for the year he got hurt, which was 2 years ago. But Mike Evans is, I mean, he is who he is. I mean, Mike Evans had 11 straight seasons of 1,000-yard seasons. The guy broke Jerry Rice's record, and now he gets to play the same place where Jerry Rice played. So, and he actually, what I didn't realize was that our wide receivers coach was his very first wide receiver coach when he got into the NFL. So, he basically it's a full circle moment for him. So he's with the wide receiver coach that he was with before when he first started his career. And this is a big weapon for Brock Purdy. The only thing is, I was skeptical about this move at first because I didn't know how much we were going to pay him. And because he just came off of a year where he wasn't necessarily healthy. And one thing about 49ers is what we do is we always sign injured players. And we already have the thing that's going on with, the plant right by the freaking stadium. So it doesn't help that we sign Mike Evans and we got all those issues going on. But, I mean, you look at what he does as a wide receiver and what he creates. We haven't had a wide receiver like this since, I want to say, Anquan Bolden. And that was a while ago. Anquan Bolden was really like the last receiver that made huge impact as a wide receiver. I mean, Michael Crabtree, I guess. But, I mean, we know what happened to him getting his chain snatched and stuff. So, but I think this is huge for Brock Purdy's career. Having a wide receiver like this, having a weapon like this, you pair him with, George Kittle, who hopefully he's able to play sometime next year, even though he got hurt in a playoff game against the Eagles. And, Ricky Pearsall gets to learn from this guy. And he really has a good I don't think Mike Evans. I know I'm looking at the comment. I don't think Mike Evans was as dynamic as T.O. I think Mike Evans was very consistent, but as dynamic as T.O., I don't think so. But I love the move. I love the move because we didn't sign him to a huge contract, 3 years, $60 million, and that's not even the full contract. It's $60 million. That would be with all his incentives. so we didn't even pay him $20 million a year. And they said that there was a team out there that offered to give him a 1 year, $27 million deal. Yeah, I'm glad that wasn't us, because
Sheesh.
that would have been a lot, especially off a older player coming off of an injury like that. So I love the move. I still think we need to do more things. Of course, we need to get another edge to help out in the defense. We need another corner to help out. Dre Greenlaw got cut by the Broncos, so he can come up back to San Francisco, and yeah, let's see what happens. But I let him move now.
Mike from Tampa to the Bay.
Man, 1 year, 27 mil. I'd like to see the team that did that one, because that would be very interesting, especially if they didn't need a wide receiver. It's like, that's a lot of money. Maybe that's just out of the respect of it. But for me, I like this move for both teams. Like, one, you get to see Mike Evans go to another team where, again, his consistency probably will be better highlighted, because down there in Tampa Bay, 11 straight seasons of 1,000 yards. And when you say top 10 wide receivers, a lot of people forget that Mike Evans is in the league. It kind of goes back to, well, they more so go top 5. And when you also go top 10, he started falling into that Devontae Adams category where it's like, oh, they do got Devontae Adams. It's like, wait, what you mean? Oh, but Mike Evans is one of those people. And then also Kev kind of alluded to it too, is now it's like, hey, Kyle, the same thing that I just said about the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar's like, Kyle, now you got you got a better weapon on the outside now to pair up with Ricky and Kittle and CMC. So Trent come back, you get your O-line back together, and then the schemes there is just going to be insane, because imagine teams, I mean, I know he is a little bit older coming off of an injury, but Mike Evans is still Mike Evans. So at the end of the day, you got to, at some point, some teams are probably going to try to double team him, but then you got to think about it. Well, CMC's still back there, and then Kittle could probably do something like the opportunities is endless, and then Purdy is back on a prove it year, because y'all came off of beating the Eagles in the playoffs and then going off. I think y'all played the Rams, right? Then away that game. No, it was the Seahawks. It was the Seahawks.
And
then y'all watch that game, and now it's like, hey, well, hold up. If Sam and them think they're going to do that again to us, it's not happening. Then you also see what the Rams is doing when they went out and got Trent. So it's going to be very, very interesting over there in the NFC West. For me, again, I like the move for both teams. I just can't wait to see y'all when we play y'all. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
I can't wait either.
You know, Tom said he's going to beat y'all.
I know what he said, and I told him that
you ain't got to try to drop the bacon in the grease. I said it.
I told him he tripping. You know how many times they have said that since we started this, and it hasn't happened yet. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, don't worry about it. Jerry said he was going all in, and it ain't happened, but it happened now. Take it away, Joe.
He still ain't going all that.
I know. It sounds good though.
I like the, you know, I kind of like the move. The good thing about this, I know, Cass, I wonder how you're going to use them. Mike Evans can take the top off the roof, you know, so he's a deep threat in the offense. You look at his yards per catch, per average, 15.5, 16.3, 13.8, 14.1, 17.7, 17.3, 14. So the man, like 14 plus every year almost. Even last year being hurt, he was 12.3, you know, so he's gonna be that bomb threat. My issue is, the man injury prone. You got an injury prone player to go to an injury prone team. I mean, like, make it make sense. If the man was getting hurt with Tampa Bay, I can only imagine how he gonna be with y'all medical staff. You know what I mean? So, like, that's what I'm worrying about. If he's not there, then you back to the same thing, being like DMX, naming all the injured players. You know, we got this person out, that person out, this person out, and Mike Evans gonna get thrown right into the list. So if he's healthy, then yes, like, this could be great. Y'all can do a lot. But if he ain't healthy, you back to square root. That's my only thing. Like, out of all teams, it's like us trying to get him. It's like, bruh, y'all just had a getting old people problem. Why would y'all get an old receiver? And it's kind of like, y'all, you just got an injury problem. Why are you going to get an injury-prone receiver? So if he's healthy, which I hope he is, then it's great. But, Dave, if he's not healthy, will you be surprised? No, and it would be for
nothing. I get where you're going with that, because that was my original concern. I'm not gonna lie. That was my. We
talked about it on the show. I remember.
Yeah, that was my original concern. But I'm more so. I figured that we would be signing him to a big contract. That's why I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I like that very much. But I'm okay with the move, knowing that we didn't sign him to a 20+ year deal. You know, I'm cool with it. So it's not bad. It's not a bad deal. Kev, if you didn't listen to me, I said it's not 20 M's exactly. That's with incentives. It'll be 20 M's. So it's probably 19, might be 18, could be 17. I don't know the full details on it, but it's the max is 60.4 million. 3 years, 60.4 million. So it's not necessarily 20 M's exactly. But I mean,
I'm trying to see how much is fully guaranteed. That's what really matters for us.
I didn't see any fully guarantees in that when I first saw the news.
Yeah, I don't see it. So
I'm just like I said, for me, it's all about what he can do when healthy. And I mean, yeah, the injury thing definitely does, it worries me because of what we dealt with. I mean, look at the receivers we had to deal with last year. We had Ricky Pearsall, who missed 9 games. Brandon Ayuk didn't play a game at all last year. Kendrick Bourne was hurt in games. Juwan Jennings got hurt in games. George Kittle was hurt in games. So, I mean, the healthiest player we had on the offensive side was Christian McCaffrey. He's probably the only player on the offense that played every single game last year. So,
okay, here we go. 29 million guaranteed out of 52, but with injury incentive base, it can go to 35 million guaranteed.
Yeah, that's not bad.
They don't give you how many games you got to play. Like, is it like the All NBA team? You got to play like 6 games.
6 million fully guaranteed, signing with another 6 million investing on the 5th day of the 2025. I don't know what that means though.
Because when they say injury incentive, it's like, well, what does that mean? Like, how many games we got to play? Because again,
I think
the injury could be anything.
35 million total guaranteed, 29 million at signing. That's what it is. So yeah, basically it's for injury vesting. Yeah, but it's a injury / vesting. So I don't know what that is. Does that mean he has to be he had to play something?
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's probably yeah.
But it can go to 35 million guaranteed.
So he get 30. So yeah, that's why I was wondering if they put how many games he had to play in there. Because if it's that, then he plays 6 games, he get to 35. It's kind of like a roster bonus.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, and like it's 41 million contract, but like they said with incentives, it goes to 52 million. 2 year, 41 million.
Vesting is for vets. Okay, so then again, they signed him knowing about the injury thing. I just want to say one thing, Joe. You can't get away with that. Talking about something. It's like y'all signing Mike Evans because y'all got an old people problem. What you think Brandon Ayuk gonna bring over there? You gonna be an old person? He ain't as old, but he gonna bring old people problems.
Man, he ain't want to be there with Fernando. He going with his dog. It's different. He ain't want to be there. George Pickens ain't want to be there either. What happened? Turned up.
That's okay. Y'all can have him. Y'all can gladly have him. I don't care.
Yeah. And then if we get Brandon Ayuk, Dave, we could probably play someone inside who have a better year.
If
your boy, my boy.
Wait.
He gotta get there first, though.
Mike Evans or Brandon Ayuk?
I'm talking about Mike, yeah. Oh, y'all think it's a game, okay?
That's funny. That's funny.
I saw what your boy did with Brandon Ayuk. I can't even imagine what my guy can do. What? They hurt me twice. You know what I'm talking about? Come on now. If we could do that with Brock Purdy, imagine we could do it with JD5.
Stop the cap.
Brandon Ayuk gonna get himself in some legal trouble going to DC. I'll tell you that right now. That's what's gonna happen.
It's actually Landover that we play, and we practice in Ashburn, so he's gonna be safe.
I mean, well, technically, we seen what happened with Marshawn, and that was out VA.
Hey, the 49ers
that was after the season though.
49ers playing Santa Clara, and the man got in trouble for speeding. So I'm just letting you know.
But he going through it right now. He knew he about to get cut, bro. He going through it right now.
That's his fault. It's his
fault. I'm talking about Marshall. I'm talking Marshall Lattimore. I'm talking about.
All right, that's different.
He didn't want to be there. He tripping. Don't get me wrong. He tripping.
He tripping.
But sometimes you need a crash out in your squad. You just need that. Literally a crash out. He tried to crash out in our stadium.
Okay.
We gonna see, man.
I hope he does well for y'all.
Well, we ain't got him yet. You know what I mean? 2-1 on such an ass.
Ho, what?
There you go. 120 on Garrett Morgan.
Oh, Garrett
Morgan. Great.
Hey, such an ass doing 200 is like, you see that. Especially at that light on top of Addison Hill, Addison Road with the station now. You go down that hill on some drive.
So this is what I'm saying. This is how we know he's gonna get bad because they got speed cameras right there. So if you doing
They got
200, he gonna be on TMZ Sports. So that's it's coming out.
They do got
The
cameras
ticket's
right
gonna
there.
get him. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
But, it don't matter to me. I mean, I want best with y'all anyway because we play y'all this year. So plain and simple.
Hey, it's gonna be a good year for the show. That's all I know.
It is. All I know is I'm gonna be winning like I was last time. So
That plant still by y'all stadium.
I mean, we got to make
data
sure
center.
the plant been there. The plant been there. Y'all still can't beat us. That don't be nothing.
It
What's
works
your
for y'all.
excuse?
Y'all like it's like radioactive, so y'all know how to play there. Other teams come there and they like glitch out a little bit.
I guess so.
Hey, Kev, he ain't here yet, but you know, he ain't here yet. He'll be here soon though.
I don't know.
Joe really speaking this to
He still might go to the Steelers. You know.
Who they quarterback? Like, if Aaron Rodgers coming back, or Michael Pittman signed them, like Aaron Rodgers got to be coming back.
What if they get Kyler?
That would be a good move. If they get Kyler. I like it.
Because at first I thought Aaron Rodgers was coming back. That's why I didn't really understand. But Aaron might not come back.
Man,
all signs point to Kyler going to Minnesota, like I predicted.
Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah.
Hey man.
Until it's done, we'll talk about it.
I'll give you your victory lap when it's done.
JETS.
Just saying.
I mean, Tua.
The other team I talked about also signed the quarterback. So
you know what?
Which was crazy.
While we transitioning, Kenneth Walker, let's do it real quick.
Oh, since we transitioning,
I
this might make me delete my notes, but now we got to talk about Kenneth Walker getting signed to the Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, it got to be the whole topic. It could be
Hey,
I'm saying, hey, you got the details.
I think that was a huge move.
Dave said you right here.
That was a huge move for Kenneth Walker signing to the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, Super Bowl MVP. I think this. See, I don't know if anyone thought about this, but I think this is all signs saying that Tyreek is going to go back to the Kansas City because that would be his best chance to go and have another explosive year. Going over there, of course, with Rashid Rice, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce's coming back. You go and sign the Super Bowl MVP, reigning Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker. That the Seahawks just let him walk. Man, all I'm saying is it's nasty work. The thing is, the Chiefs need to draft corners because both of their corners are now in my division in the NFC West. They both signed Jalen Watson and Trent McDuffie are with the Rams now. Crazy. But they don't sign their corners. They didn't do it with L'Jarius Sneed. They let Charvarius Ward go. They don't sign their corners. They don't care. So, but I think that's a huge move for the Chiefs to get Rashid to get Kenneth Walker. That the offense a lot to have him there. So great move.
And it is. They signed him for 3 years. What is it? 43.5. That's base, but you got 28.7 fully guaranteed. They say it can max. We can max out at 45 million. Man,
how long is contract? How much was that? 30 what?
3 years, 43 million.
Oh, 43.
Yeah, 43 with a 28.7 fully guaranteed.
You got more guaranteed money than my guys.
This is a situation.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll say this is a situation where a team didn't want you, but then they messed around and won the Super Bowl, and now you kind of find yourself between a rock and a hard place because for some reason, it just felt like it was a weird relationship with Kenneth Walker and the Seahawks. It was like he was the better running back, but then they would find another one and say, okay, he's the starting running back, and then Kenneth Walker would just come in and continue to make plays, and then they would find someone else. Like when Charbonnet got there as well, they were still trying to find ways to make him the starting running back, and it was like, well, K9 right there. Now, I have my thing with MSU, but so I can get my jokes off, but the guy helped you win the Super Bowl. Like he was the driving force behind Sam Darnold not throwing picks because if the play got ugly, you could just hand it off and he would go get you 20 to 30 yards and make something shake. I don't see why you just let something like that walk out the door. But again, it stems back to the Seahawks never really wanting them. Now he's going into another situation where I think, hopefully, based upon how they paid him, the Chiefs are going to appreciate him a little bit more. What does this say for Isaiah Pacheco? what is his situation or his role now with the team. I know they were on Rocky Road. They were on the Rocky Road as well. But again, Dave, I like what you threw out there too. I didn't even think about Tyreek Hill. I mean, this being another factor to it. I thought he was going to already go back, but this could be the final nail in the coffin and say, yep, I'm going back home. We got a running back. I got my wide receiver. Kelsey said he's coming back. So boom, there you go. That could be their ticket. But again, I think they also probably thinking about what Mahomes is going to do too. Like what is the year going to be like? Is he playing in the beginning? Is he coming in the middle of the season? Like what is his recovery time? But for K9, Super Bowl, and you go to a dynasty, well, not a dynasty, but a historical franchise, it's a win-win for you.
Yeah. I think this move is overrated. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. I think people overrating this move because he won Super Bowl MVP. They acting like they signed Saquon Barkley, or they acting like they signed Derrick Henry, or they signed some generational running back. Kenneth Walker wasn't the back catcher out of the backfield for this team. It was Charbonnet. Now, is he capable of doing it? Yes. But like Kev said, Andy Reid likes to use his running backs also as receivers. Plus, Kenneth Walker gets hurt every single year also. And this is as a back who shared carries. Now we talk about him taking a majority of the carries and we think he's going to stay healthy. That's risky right there on his own. So, yes, running backs are the most replaceable position in the NFL. Now, is it wrong? Maybe. Is it not fair? Yeah, it's not fair. But it's the truth. That's why I understand why the Seahawks let him walk, because they're like paying him $40 million when we could just draft one. You know what I mean? Like you could replace a running back unless they're a generation like a Saquon, like a Jahmyr Gibbs, or like a Bijan Robinson. Kenneth Walker is not that. Kenneth Walker, you could find another Kenneth Walker in the draft. That's why I think this move is overrated, because it's the trophy. I'm not going to say the name. It's the trophy. Super Bowl MVP. He won Super Bowl MVP. Did anybody put him in their top 5 in all year? Was he even in your top 10 going to the year? Was he in your top 10 when the playoffs started? No, he wasn't. But because he won Super Bowl top 10 when the playoffs started and you had to make a top 10 running back, you throwing Kenneth Walker in there?
And
for this playoffs?
I think so.
When the playoffs started.
For this playoffs, I think so. Yes.
You would have put Kenneth Walker in there.
Kenneth Walker. We doing running backs?
Yeah. I ain't hear no words about Kenneth Walker all year until you won a Super Bowl.
You said playoffs, regular season.
No, I said when the playoffs started. I didn't say now you're looking back now because he wants. I said when the first round of playoffs before any game was played and we did a top 10 running back in the league, are you throwing Kenneth Walker in there?
You talking about just in the league period, or
in the league period,
or top 10 running back and that's in the playoffs?
No, in the league.
Oh no.
We got a point there, but I'm just saying if we talking playoffs, he was one of the best running backs in the
playoffs. I'm about to say, yeah, absolutely, yes.
I mean, I don't know. Let's do it. Who's in the playoffs? Kyron Williams. You gonna put him above Kyron Williams before the season started? Playoffs started?
In the playoffs,
no. When the playoffs first started, you would have put Kyron Williams. You put him over Kyron Williams.
Well, Kyron Williams is my fantasy running back, so I'm probably not going to do that.
Okay, who else in the NFC? Who else in the NFC?
We talking about teams that made the playoffs.
Not putting them over
CMC. The playoffs. Saquon Barkley.
CMC. Not putting them over Saquon.
CMC.
No.
Hold on. Are we talking about their career or are we talking about the year that they had? Because technically, Saquon didn't have the best year.
He's saying period.
We're talking about when the playoffs started and we had to do who the top 10 running backs in the playoffs. All right. Let's take out Kyron Williams. Let's take him out. We can take out Kyron Williams. Carl, let's do that. We got CMC. We got Saquon Barkley.
He's not better than him. No.
Rico Dowdle.
He's better than Rico
Dowdle. I'm putting Kenneth Walker over Rico Dowdle.
Okay, you could, but Rico Dowdle was crazy. But all right, what else? Who else?
Jacobs.
Swift.
I'm putting him over Swift though.
I don't know. I might.
You said Jacobs.
I'm talking Swift. I would say Swift is better. I would say I would have ranked Swift above Kenneth Walker when the playoffs started.
Hold on.
I would have said Swift. Okay.
Josh Jacobs. I'm sorry, Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs for the Packers. Come on now.
We
ain't even start with it.
I don't think I'm putting him over Josh Jacobs.
I ain't want to do the AOC. That's not even fair. All right.
James Cook. Because I know a Bills fan that will put him over James Cook. I know a Bills fan. I know a Bills
Cook.
fan that came on here and said James Cook.
James
Oh,
Cook.
the AFC we ain't
I
not
think
good this
James
year,
Cook
bro.
got that.
Travis,
James Cook got
not
that.
Travis.
No,
ETN.
ETN, yeah, it wasn't a lot of good running backs in LC because the
You
good
got
running back like
you got
Derrick Henry
Henderson,
didn't make it.
Marcus
That.
I got
So
him over.
he might have cracked the top 10. You know what I mean? It's been a struggle.
Might have. I think he for sure crashed the top 10.
Yeah, in the playoffs. Yeah, in the playoffs, he cracked the top 10 in the playoffs. You know, because it's like only like 16.
That's what we said.
So, but for the whole season, he in the top 10 running back. So getting paid $40 million, it's like, yo. So I understand why the Chiefs backed off. I mean, what's name backed off? The Chiefs got him. Oh, it's Super Bowl MVP. It's the trophy. He's replaceable.
I didn't think we was about to do this today.
I mean,
what do you mean the Seahawks? Why they backed off?
Why were you paying $40 million?
I mean, they got Charbonnet. They don't need to pay him.
Not just that, you can just draft running back. Yes, you got Charbonnet who had like an ACL injury though. It was crazy, right? It was like an ACL something like that.
I think so. But I think he had like 12 touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah, for Charbonnet was pretty good. But he's more passing back too. Mm-hmm. But so did he have a good Super Bowl? Yes, he's pretty good too. But is he top 10 running back and pay $40 million? No.
So how's the move overhyped then?
Breece Hall? I'm not putting Breece Hall over him right now. I'm sorry.
What? Over Kenneth Walker today? Are you serious?
I don't think so. Breece Hall not consistent enough.
He playing with the Jets.
Go to CMC. Henry.
He gonna got one of the best O-lines in the league.
Rashan Gary.
And they got one of the best play callers.
Henderson. Well, I can't think of the first name.
Henderson from the Patriots.
I'm putting him over him right now.
Henderson is
You're a rookie.
He ain't that much. That's why when Joe said the playoffs, I'm like, he's definitely top 10 if we talking just running back in the playoffs.
They bugging with that one. But not saying Breece Hall better than Kenneth Walker. What Carl? Who you got? Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker?
What has Breece Hall done? Breece Hall get hurt too.
He playing with the Jets. I bet Breece Hall doing better than Kenneth Walker.
Before this season, before they won the Super Bowl, people were saying the same thing about the Seahawks.
Well, what? No, last year
they didn't know what their offense was going to do. They know the Seahawks was good for defense. But if you think about the Seahawks offense, you think about Kenneth Walker, I'm not no order, but of course JSN, but it was Kenneth Walker, JSN, and then whoever else you want to name after that. Nobody believed in Sam Darnold.
But Kenneth Walker had 1,000 yards with 5 touchdowns this year, and Breece Hall had same thing, and almost the same amount of carries, and he played with the Jets.
Who played more games?
They had about the same amount of carries though. They both had over 200 carries. I don't got the carry, but Breece Hall is better, and he better out. It is a pass catcher. Come on, man.
He's better than pass catcher, but
he's a better running back. Period. I can't believe we have this argument.
So I will put I
don't know.
Man, what Carl that, man? Carl, who you got? Breece Hall? Jesse played with the Raiders, one of the worst O-lines, probably the worst O-line in the league. See, we can't just.
I'm not mad at Jesse.
Okay, so for Jesse, I agree with you there. But we've seen some production from Breece Hall, and it's looked about the same. So I can't say he's better.
It ain't even easy for Carl. He ain't saying it's easy either way. That's tough.
Man,
we ain't saying it's clear cut. All right.
Yeah.
Give me Breece Hall.
If Breece Hall was assigned with the Chiefs, they would probably be the same height.
No, it'll be more. That Breece Hall is more realistic with Andy Reid because he is a pass catching back too. He can do both in the backfield. Like he would do wonders with Andy Reid. Kenneth Walker is not the best at pass catching. I mean, he did jump past Super Bowl too.
What I'm saying, Joe, is the hype. Basically, you're saying the hype around them signing Kenneth Walker shouldn't be. It's overrated. Some people would look at Breece. Some people would look. Go ahead.
I think people are only saying that because he's a Super Bowl MVP.
But what I'm saying is, if Breece Hall would have went there, people probably would have been saying the same thing.
Rightfully so.
But that's all we're saying. So basically, what we're saying is not a gap between the two. We just think Kenneth Walker is better. There's no large gap, but there's.
I don't care about the gap. Breece Hall is better than Kenneth Walker.
Nah, he's not. Since we're going there, he not. We just gonna end it on that one. He not.
Kobe Dean was offered a similar deal by the Cowboys, but he went with his gut and went to the Raiders.
Told you. We had Dean. Dean knew what
time. Kobe Dean, he left?
Yeah,
he went to the Raiders.
With the Raiders.
And the Raiders making moves.
And Quay Walker.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, they got Dean and Quay Walker at the same time.
It's been
It's all
reported
good.
that LeBron James has no interest in playing for the Warriors next season.
Bro, who?
All right, let's talk about this since we're going basketball. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for
Yeah,
taking us to the
come on,
NBA. Thanks for taking us to the NBA, Dave. Just like that, we all became friends again. Look, I care about what LeBron talking about, man. And the Celtics is 2.5 games back from the Pistons, man. You talking about some LeBron James, man? LeBron need to sit down somewhere. But Boston is down 43-21. Detroit is 45-18. The Celtics are 2.5 games back from the number 1 seed. The Pistons have been on a losing streak. Jason Tatum came back, and now, after that Cavs game, some people are starting to say, man, I told y'all should have had the Celtics in the conversation for scariest team if JT come back, blah, blah, blah. It's like, all right, we hear you, but some people were saying it, but it was like, but did we know if he was coming back? We can't go off of hypotheticals all the time. Ain't that right? Some people said in the NFL chat that if was a fifth, we all be playing for the Celtics right now. So with a 2.5 game lead, you right. I know. I already know how you feel. Pat Riley, I already know how he feel about the Celtics. With the Lakers or with Miami.
Miami on the road right now.
Yeah, but I'm talking about how they feel about Boston.
Oh yeah. They don't want to.
I can't. Yeah. Well, 2.5
Tell
games back.
me, I get Dave some time to.
I was saying, but I was just trying to. 2.5 games back, man.
Yo,
do you think
just throwing shots out there left and right?
Hey, Dave, we trash, bro. What else I can do? Come on now. I'm taking shots from far away, hoping they land.
Well, some people say that's what JB be doing, but that's not my fight. So the question is, Joe, get yourself together. We need you to answer this question, man. Will the Celtics take the number 1 seed?
No, they will not take the number 1 seed. Now the Pistons are on a losing streak right now, and the losing streak is against their big brothers, who Carl is scared of, and who he tucked his tail against the Cavs. They lost to the Spurs. That's not, and then they lost to the Nets without K and they missing K and somebody else. I forgot who else they missing. They missing 2 and Twin.
Skip over our game?
Thompson.
Y'all next. Y'all after that. So
we were before the Nets.
No, y'all would. And y'all were the last game they played. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Hey, Dan, I know you're excited, bro. But and K was there, by the way, when they lost to y'all in Miami. So that was a bad loss, though. Now the Celtics. Can you talk to me after the next 2 games? Talk to me after the next 2 games. Because they got the Hornets, Javon's favorite team right now. The Cavs, who they've been beating before Tatum got there. They were 2-0 against the Cavs without Tatum. So they kind of own the Cavs, kind of like the Cavs own the Pistons. And then they got the Spurs next. Talk to me after that. He said, talk to me. He said, taking shots when you agree is crazy. But I'm not the fan, though. But anyways, the Spurs, brothers, they got the Spurs and San Antonio. And then they got the big dogs, Sega and OKC. And y'all know how I feel about OKC against the Celtics. I said that last year. If the Celtics get to the finals, it's curtains. I said that last year. And last year they went in Boston, beat them. Can the OKC beat them also? So talk to me after those 2 games. And Trey Young played the whole game. They might just lose in the West. Oh, it's fine. I ain't go that far. Hey, Trey Young looking pretty good with a little bit of time he got, by the way.
Hey, look, man.
Hey, he looking pretty sweet. I ain't gonna lie. His stats looking nice in like 18 minutes. He dropped like
give y'all a little glimmer of what it's gonna look like, man. That's all.
A glimmer, okay. But yeah, so hey, you get to play it, you can stick a number 1 pick, talk to the Mavs. But they gotta listen, they're not gonna catch Detroit because I feel like they gotta play OKC twice. They gotta play Minnesota, they gotta play the Spurs, they got a tough schedule coming. They gotta play Miami, the Knicks. So they got a tough schedule coming up. So I'm gonna say no. I think the Pistons will keep the number 1 seed. But like Carl said, just because we number 1 seed don't mean we're the best team in the East. Those are Carl words.
It's like he knew you was gonna say something about him because this comment right there.
Carl is not. Carl he is living in the comments right now. He going smack that Joe right now.
We shouldn't listen to the
Man, just told me not to be real. No, you right, Carl. You right, Carl. You know, but I'm gonna take the shot still though. Although I agree.
That's funny. That's funny. I think it's possible. I think it's possible they can take the number 1 seed. I look at it this way: the Celtics have championship pedigree already. You know, they've been to the finals twice, won one. Jason Tatum is back after 10 months. He looks healthy. Jaylen Brown is having a career year. You had Peyton Pritchard has had some career games this year. I think it's possible. And if you look at their coach compared to JB Bickerstaff, I mean, who do I trust more in this moment? I'm going to go with the Celtics head coach. He's been to the finals 3 times. He was with one before when they had the other head coach, and then when he became the head coach. So he knows what this team is capable of. And well, not the finals 3 times, but you know, he's been at least to the Eastern Conference Championship that many times. And the guy just knows what it takes to be a number 1 seed and to be a top seed. And JB Bickerstaff, although he does, I mean, this Pistons team is still young. They're still trying to figure things out right now. They're on a losing streak. Who knows how long this losing streak goes? It could go, 6 games, 7 games. Who knows? It's not a lot of games left, and there's only they're only 2.5 games back of the lead. So they got enough time to come and take the lead. Do I think it will happen? No, but I think it's very possible.
Hold on, quick. I was watching First Take one the other day, and he asked what's his name? Brian
Windhorst.
And he said it's possible. And then Stephen A was like, "Oh, hold on, Wendy. You need to pick a yes or no answer." So Dave, are they gonna pass the pitch or not?
Did you just not hear me at the end? I made an answer. You can tell Joe just wanted to reply because he didn't hear what I said at the end. He did not hear me at the end. He was just waiting to reply. He did not hear me at the end. I clearly said I don't think it will happen, which means no.
Okay. My bad, Dave. My bad. I heard everything you said. Except for that part.
It's possible.
You see what happened there, Dave, is when Joe quoted a person who never gives a yes or no on their own show. You know what I'm saying? Stephen A never gives you a yes or no, but he gonna get mad at somebody else for not giving a yes or no. Like what? Wait. See, that's what you get, Joe. That's what you get right there. But
instead of using his listening ears, he decided he just wanted to.
I literally heard everything you said except for the last part.
He did tell me. He's like, possibly. He's so used to they saying like for this moment. It's like, no. I don't think it's possible. For me, I think it's possible. Again, you inserting somebody with fresh legs coming. I mean, granted, he's coming off of an injury, coming off of rehab, but you see what those fresh legs do. Now you got Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench and feeling like, I cracked my joke, but it was only because if you don't get it, Peyton Clark, he was out there balling. He was doing what he needed to do coming off the bench. So now you get your regular rotations back. And again, going on this 4-game skid that the Pistons is on right now, I think it's just mental, Joe. Like you said. And this is why I was a little bit upset. I'm like, Carl, don't put that back in the universe. I know you being real. I understand it, but don't keep it in the universe. Like, of course they beat y'all. Of course they feel like they can own y'all. They can say that. And as a fan, you can agree with that if you want, but don't keep putting it in the universe. Like Dave, come on in. He know how I feel about the 49ers. Even though they beat us every time, I'm going to be real. Yeah, they beat us every time. But, hey, we going to get them this year, hopefully. And if it happens, then I'm going to come on here and be like, I told y'all. You got to stay down till you come up. You beat up on me about the Terps all the time. I know they bad, but do you see me saying we're not in the same league with MSU? Technically this year we not, but hey, you know what I mean? It's just 1 year though. You get what I'm saying? It's just 1 year. Michigan, man, I don't know. They still might be. I think they got camcorders in they arenas, but I ain't gonna say too much.
Tom Brady went there. But go ahead.
I'm just saying, you know, that's usually what happens. I think Kirk Cousins went to MSU, but nobody ever talk about that. But the 4-game skid did start with the Cavs, so you got to think about it like that too, right? But I think Boston has a better chance of claiming the number 1 seed unless, and the way you name 2 games for the Celtics, saying they got to holler at you after they play the Spurs or after they play OKC, Pistons better go back and get their revenge against the Nets. They lose to the Nets again. Now I really think it's just a psychological swirl that's happening at this point where they just like, man, maybe this wasn't supposed to be what it was supposed to be. Or some people are saying maybe the carriage is turning back into a pumpkin. But for me, I'm going to stand 10 toes down. I started off by saying, of course, I think the Celtics can do it. I don't think nobody taking that number 1 seed from the Pistons. And I think they're going to beat the Cavs in a 7-game series in the playoffs. I'll do it for you, Carl.
Hey, Tomo, you know, when you started off by saying it's possible, I put my listening ears on after that. And
I bet you did. I bet you did. I bet you did.
When you say it's possible, I'm like, is he playing right now? But Tomo, I just realized something. You said the streak started with the Cavs, right?
Yeah.
I didn't realize your done son started because of an MSU player, Kirk Cousins.
Oh, it did.
Oh, snap. Shout out to Kirk Cousins. Because of his downfall, you have Mr. Your done son. That's a win for you. That's a win.
It was the 6 chains.
Yeah, because remember y'all beat him. He said on a plane with the 6 chains, you're done.
You're done.
Shout out to MSU for giving you your done son.
Hey, man, they did wonders for me. They did wonders for Sam Darnold. They did wonders for the Warriors. Shout out to the MSU crew.
The Warriors. Shout out to Draymond. Yeah,
and they did numbers for Carl. Right? You know, 8 about 14 bowls messing with these Turks. Man.
I was about to say something, but we
let's just move on, man. Carl probably typing. He don't know what to say right now. He going back and forth. Like he was upset. Now he like, hold up, man. I gotta get my shots in. But NBA on NBC. I remember we talked about this deal happening. One when Ernie inside the NBA moved over to ESPN and just what was going to happen for the NBA, and now that they're moving back to NBC. I think I need to go back to that episode and see what I said about it. I mean, outside all these streaming devices, I mean, you can still watch the games on your actual, if you got YouTube TV, or you can still watch most of the games on cable as well, or you can just watch them on Peacock. Because that was one of the things, like, where are you going to watch these games at? Is the content going to be the same? And NBC went out and found all of the legends, or found people that you want to tune into, because they are killing it right now. From the All-Star game to what they did with the Spurs and the 76ers game, where they brought back the classic mics, the classic scoreboard. It was just like so many things that they do. And it's just like, man, you bring back that nostalgic feel. And then some people will say, you're going to cap it off. They brought Michael Jordan on there, and then they do little personal interviews. Now, I'm not going to say too much about, I'm going to tell you what he said, but somebody else does a podcast, and he did it with several people. One of them became his coach after a while. One of them was a former coach, and they still don't hit like these 4 to 5 minute clips. So we can talk about GOATs all you want, but it seemed like when this guy speaks, a lot of people just stop and listen. Michael Jordan sat down and said, you know what? They asked him about the GOAT label, and he said it just doesn't exist for him because he never played against legends like Oscar Robertson, Jerry West. And I had to go back and listen to that personal thing. I thought he said Jerry Rice. And I was like, what? It's like, he really competitive. You want to play football too? So I had to go back and listen. And he was like, Jerry West. He's like, this cross-era comparison can create unnecessary animosity while disrespecting players who helped build the game. And he said he would have loved to play against a Kobe or LeBron or Kevin Durant. These are all guys who changed the game. But the GOAT label, we feel like, is just like it takes a shot at the players from the past while also putting unnecessary burdens on the players that's playing now. That last part is me just adding that. So, fellas, from y'all GOAT, to hear him say this.
My GOAT is Dwayne Wade. The GOAT is Michael Jordan.
I like that. I like how you phrased that right there. I heard you when you said that too. So, Joe, your GOAT.
The GOAT. Mm-hmm.
6 NBA championships. 6 finals MVPs. We don't got to go down the roster. Y'all done heard everything. 6 final MVP. Yeah. Oh, he act like you ain't never heard that before. Joe, when you heard this comment, man, how did you feel?
This what I say this all the time. When people say, if LeBron would have played back then, if Steph Curry, bruh, you can't do that. You can't compare eras. You got to compare the player based on their era. That's why I give Bill Russell respect in my top 10. People be like, oh, no, back then he only had 18s. Okay, everybody else in that same league. So why did he shine the most then? He must have been the best, obviously. And my thing is this. As time goes by, players get better. That's just how it is. Like, Tombo, do you know Oscar Robertson said that he didn't even know he was getting triple doubles? That wasn't a thing like it is now. People are highlighting triple doubles like crazy right now. Yeah, back then you get triple double. It's just nobody tracked that and said, oh, he got a triple double. If they did, he would have won an MVP that year when he averaged a triple double, but he didn't. Now, if he knew what a triple double was, he probably would have got 20. So my thing is, if there's a record that I set the bar for you. Most likely, if you try hard enough, you should break it because you learn from what I did, and you got a higher mark to beat. That's why there was a fastest man in the 80s, and then somebody passed them probably in the 90s. And in the 2000s, they beat that record. And are we going to say they are better than the guys that beat it in the 80s? No, because he beat what the record was back. Okay, this was my mark. Let me beat that. And then it just keeps getting better and better. And I always say this. If these people like Jerry West or Bob Cousy, who jumping in one hand, like Errol making fun of, if he had a personal trainer like these kids today, if he played AAU his whole life, don't you think he would be better? Yeah, these people they had full-time jobs while being in the NBA. So that's why when I do the GOAT comparison, I never look at it like if they play one-on-one or if Jordan played today, he will score 40. No, I never talk about that. What I say is, Bill Russell in his era, he did it. He had 5 MVPs. He had 11 rings. He did his thing. Jordan in his era, he dominated. And LeBron, he kind of dominated. You know, Steph Curry came in that thing. He was like a glitch in his whole career. Steph Curry came out the cut. But he kind of dominated. So I compare you based on your era. And that's how it should be.
Mm-hmm. Joe, you know, me and you had a double team debate against, Go James Kingdom. So we know about this. We know about this topic very well. And my sentiments are pretty much the same as Joe. I mean, and honestly, I wasn't surprised to hear this from Jordan. Jordan he's been saying this for the longest time. Even before the conversation with LeBron James came about, when he was a player in the league, he was saying that he wouldn't put himself in that conversation because he felt it was disrespectful to the guys before him because he didn't get a chance to play them. And I mean, that's respectful. That's just the way Jordan is. Jordan knows he's great, but he's not going to call himself the greatest of all time because he respects guys like Bill Russell, like Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. He respects those guys a lot more, too much to even say that he's the best to ever play the game. You got some guys that just don't care. You got some guys that really gonna say that they're the best in the game, like LeBron James. LeBron says he pretty much said that he became the GOAT in that regard. So that's how he felt. Whether we agree with that or not is what it is. But I mean, I wasn't surprised that Jordan said that. That's just what he does. That's just how he is.
And for people who include a person in on a debate, to hear them come out and say it and still go back and be like, well, I hear what he's saying, but I'm gonna come on here and still say he's the greatest of all time. It's just like, okay, we understand you have a personal fandom for him, but what he said is essentially how the conversation should go. So if we compare eras, when Jordan came in, it was Bird and Magic. And then it was the Bad Boy Pistons. And then next thing you know, it was the Bulls era. And then after that, here come the Lakers again with Shaq and Kobe. And then Iverson was attempting, but of course, we all know how that went. So it's just like you're going to have that best player in the league who is AKA, sometimes he's the best player and the face of the league at the same time, which was Jordan. And then Kobe was fighting for it. And then, of course, you have people that's going to be trying to climb up the chain of Iverson and Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, Tim Duncan. Like, you see all these names that are there. But when you talk about dominating, to dominate for almost a decade has to put you on a different type of level. Now with LeBron, the longevity is there, but we talking about dominating. He dominated the East for about as long as Jordan dominated the entire league. So there's one of those things that you could throw out there, which would debate as well. So for him to say it is like you are kind of kicking down the older players while trying to pick up this other guy when technically you could just respect all of the greatness that's there. Because when Steph Curry showed up and started shooting from the logo like it was an actual layup, that changed the game forever. And look how kids playing now. Kids are shooting threes. 7-footers are shooting threes. You get Wemby's because of the mixture of Steph and a LeBron, but he more so is like you never seen a 7-footer handle the ball the way that Wemby is doing it. But again, that's how the game has changed. That's also good on some people's knees too, because everybody try and dunk. Imagine you being 5'6" and you know you can't dunk, but you still try and do it. It just is what it is. So shout out to Jordan for coming out and saying that, but also shout out to NBA on NBC for having these little segments that's gonna stir up controversy or just keep the conversation going.
I mean, when Jordan first signed the deal, he said that he was going to be there to let people know let his fans know how crazy they are to say that he's the GOAT. So, I mean, this was expected.
I mean, they both did beat the Monstars. One had AD on the other side, though. Shout out to AD, though.
It's funny because somebody had the stats of Space Jam. LeBron and Jordan. And Jordan was like 18, and LeBron missed one shot. I think LeBron missed a shot.
It's insane.
That was crazy. Yeah, but yeah, man, don't. I think what Jordan said, disrespecting the eras, that's when people started to compare. Like LeBron would dominate back then. It's like, dog, like he should be able to, bro. He playing in the bet. He watched them. He took notes, and he has more support. He should dominate back then. Steph Curry should go back and dominate. I mean, that's how it should be because the league is getting better. You know, so like that's how I look at bro. You really gonna compare your iPod, your iPhone 17 to your iPhone 10? No, it updates every year. It should be iPhone 17 should be better. If it's not better, then it's a problem. Because the iPhone 17 learn from the 16, learn from the 15, learn from the 14. If it wasn't for iPhone 10, iPhone 17 would never exist. So that's why you gotta pay respect to the players that came before you. Can't disrespect them like that. Oh yeah,
I like that.
All right, let's get it, man.
It's time to go.
Yes, sir. Oh, you know, I created this little banner. You know, make sure y'all watch the other shows on the network. Right? You see the show scrolling on the ticker on the bottom. We got baseball with Teddy, BWT, Carl Talking College, CTC, fantasy football with Coach Coombs, FFC. We got Real Ballers Only with Vaughn, with RBO, Dave's Doghouse right in front of you right here. In the red corner right in front of you, I'm FaZe and Zero Sports Talk with Griffey. So we got a whole network, bro. I'm excited about the network. And you know what I'm really excited about? Puerto Rico playing Cuba right now. Teddy picked Puerto Rico to win Group A, and Griffey picked Cuba, and they both 2-0. So whoever win this will be first place in that what's the name? In that bracket. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm trying to see the score real quick. Right now, it's 0-0 top of the first. I'm gonna watch that as soon as I cut off. So I'm live right now. Oh, shout out to oh yeah, Carl ain't go live. My bad, Carl. Shout out to Carl. He going live tonight at 9:00. And but my last words is simple. Adam Peters, let's go to work, man. Y'all said it. Y'all said y'all goal is to build a Super Bowl winning team for Jaden Daniels before his contract come up. You saw Drake May get there. Barely. You saw Drake May get carried to the Super Bowl. Now you got a guy who normally carries. So imagine if you put a team around a guy who carries. I mean, I see a few guys like that. They get to the Super Bowl and they win the whole thing. That's all I'm saying. So this build a team around my guy. And Jaden Daniels, get down. Stop trying to take all these hits, bro. And then Sacramento, keep doing y'all. Westbrook, triple-double, get the dub. Hey, I'm going to give a shout-out real quick before y'all go. Hold up. I give a shout-out. Shout-out to, oh, man. What's that Instagram, John, they be singing? Bro. Shout-out to, here we go. Shout-out to Kane Game Pod. Shout-out to them. They come out with songs after every game. They be lit, bro. About the Sacramento Kings. So make sure y'all check that out. All right, I'm gonna give them a little shout out right there. But yeah, go Kings, we getting AJ, and go Commanders, we getting BA.
Hold on. I know we gotta get out of here. You heard AJ might not come out.
Man, might not. I ain't hear none of that. I'm mute right now. Can't hear none of that stuff. I heard you though, but I ain't hear nothing you saying right.
They was about to say something.
I'm on mute right now.
Oh man. My last words, John Lynch, don't let this Mike Evans be the only move you do. That's all I gotta say. Just do more. Make sure we re-sign Trent. Sign some other people on the offensive line. Because John, I don't care what you and Kyle say. This offensive line is in trouble if we don't have Trent Williams and we add other pieces. I know we signed another offensive tackle for depth. We need some starting offensive linemen on this team because and you hear my manager. My manager
so they excited.
You need an offensive line too.
Exactly.
He getting blitzed right now.
And she looking at me too, like, yeah, I'm on my way. But yeah, man, let's get it. Shout out to Miami Heat. You know, I don't have too much emotion with that team because we ain't do nothing to trade deadline, of course, and we never really do. I want to see some improvement in this team, but I still root for them. 5-game win streak. Let's keep it going. We are the 6th seed right now in the NBA. Let's keep it there or get a little higher. I don't need to see another play in.
Dave, I got a question.
Yeah,
Before time go. Out of the top 4 teams in the East, who you feel confident that y'all can beat in the 7 King series?
Who are the top 4 teams again?
Detroit, Celtics, Cavs, and
Knicks. Probably the Knicks, maybe.
Mm-hmm. That you feel like y'all could beat, you said?
Yeah, probably the Knicks.
I can see that too.
Probably.
I can see y'all beating Detroit too.
Maybe.
Y'all more experience, you know what I mean? You got a spoil over there.
Maybe.
And Tyler Hero.
Joe,
baby.
Imagine that Tyler Hero put the Pistons out. Oh God, we sick.
You know me. I'm gonna be that song that I posted in the NBA chat. I'm posting it the whole off season if that happens. I'm telling you that right now.
I need
some backup. Some Celtics gonna be trying to post it too. They gonna have some get back too. Celtics fans gonna be upset.
Wait to play
celebrating, man. All right, before we get out of here, we want to say a quick shout out to our members. We want to say shout out to all of our members, but a special shout out to our superstar members. And when we say shout out, we mean by name. So we're going to start it off. Shout out to Chavo, Dimitri, Big O, BWT Teddy, Decorius, FFC coach. Decorius came through with the news too. That's funny. And Big O, shout out to Big O. Special shout out to Big O in the NFL chat. He been looking out as far as the news as well. Him and Dave be going back and forth, man. So shout out to you, Big O, for reach one, teach one right there, dropping the news for everybody. Shout out to FFC Coach Coombs. Shout out to Chris, Giovanni, Donnell, RBO Vaughn, Taniqua, Dave, myself, and Joe. And you as well. Make sure you click the link, become a member today, because there are perks to being a member for the R2L family. And you see all the shows that are powered by this network here. There go the manager right there. So before I get out of here and we go eat and do whatever we got to do, I just want to say, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Keep this show going, because I'm telling you, the content from each show on this network gets better when you all subscribe and add to the comment section. Those are my last words. I don't have no shout outs for the teams or anything. My shout out is to the Refuse to Lose team itself. That's my last words. Now let's get on up out of here.
That's all we got for y'all today. We'll see y'all next episode.
Let's get it. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.